Hi fam, so this is Dr. G and I'm here again with an important topic, a very serious one at that, and it's high blood pressure. This is a very big silent killer. Why? Because you don't even know that you have it until it gets worse. Do you even know that over 30% of Nigerians above the age of 30 years and up have high blood pressure, and they don't even know about it until it gets serious? But don't worry, we are going to deal with this together and we are going to overcome. First, what is this high blood pressure all about? High blood pressure is a medical condition in which there is consistent increase in the blood pressure of the arteries, where you have an increase above 140 millimeter mercury and 100 millimeter mercury for the systole and the diastole. So in a layman's term, it is like having your arteries. Arteries are the pipes that sends blood to various organs in the body. You are having them blood pressure pumping hard against it, and when this blood pressure pumps hard against it, with time it starts to get weak. Just imagine a pipe. So when there is always pressure on it, it starts to get weak, and some of them burst, and some of them start having problem on tissues where they supply, because the pressure in which they come to these tissues becomes so much that they start scarring those tissues. So this is what high blood pressure is. It's a consistent. So if you have it once that your blood pressure is high for once or twice, maybe not often, then we don't say you have hypertension. That's the name we call it. But when it is a consistent thing that your blood pressure is always high, the pressure in which heart pumps blood to the arteries is always high, then we say that you have high blood pressure. So you want to ask, what could cause high blood pressure? What things can predispose one to have high blood pressure? Number one thing that can cause one to have high blood pressure is actually age. Now, from the age of 40 years and above, you have to check your blood pressure consistently, because there is high likelihood of getting high blood pressure from that age upwards. Then the next one is family history. If you are 40 years or 30 years above, and then your family history, you are known to, in your family, you people are known to have high blood pressure. So it's important you check your blood pressure, because there is a high likelihood that you also develop high blood pressure. The next thing that can actually lead to high blood pressure is obesity. Now, if someone is big, is large so much that there is fat everywhere, the arteries now have to work harder. The heart has to work harder to pump blood with higher force, so as to be able to supply all the parts of the body, so which causes high blood pressure, because the heart is pumping at a higher force. So that's it. Smoking. If you are smoking or you're known to smoke always, then there is a likelihood that you have high blood pressure. For someone that takes alcohol too much also, if you're always taking alcohol, or if you take alcohol, then you should go and check your blood pressure, because you might have high blood pressure. Then your diet, especially if you consistently, or you're known to take sugary foods, high sodium foods and all that, there is a likelihood that you might develop high blood pressure. When you're always stressed, stress is another factor that causes high blood pressure. When you're always stressed, you're always walking and all that, then I think you should go and check your blood pressure, because there is a likelihood that you will have high blood pressure. Another thing that could cause high blood pressure is insomnia, inability to sleep. When you are not able to sleep as and when due, then you can develop high blood pressure. Then another thing is that blacks are more susceptible to having high blood pressure, that's hypertension, because of various factors. Number one of the factor is because we have melanin, high amount of melanin that shields us from getting vitamin D, that helps maintain the integrity of arteries. So because we are not getting enough vitamin D from the sun, because of the high quantity of melanin in the body, so we find ourselves not to be able to get enough vitamin D, so which helps to maintain the integrity of the arteries. So these things I've mentioned can lead to high blood pressure. So in the next class, because my time is up, in the next class we'll talk about other things that can cause high blood pressure. We'll talk about what we can do to prevent high blood pressure, and we can talk about the complications that can result to high blood pressure. Thank you again. Join me in my community. Click on the link to join my YouTube channel and my Facebook channel, and also on Instagram and Twitter.